are with climate change and where things are at.
Jen Brady, a senior data analyst for the nonprofit group Climate Central, is talking about data from the 5th National Climate Assessment, a congressionally mandated effort of federal agencies to collect data on our current climate and where the data suggests we may be heading.
So what we just did was, just kind of try to tell the story of why this might be happening. Why are we seeing precipitation increases in certain places, and what does that mean?
According to the study, between 1958 and 2021, the frequency of extreme rainfall days surged by 60%. Scientists attribute this trend to the capacity of warmer air to hold 4% more water vapor for every degree increase in temperature.
So we know it's getting warmer. That's clear as well. And so what's happening then is the atmosphere is able to hold more water. And then it's coming down faster, quicker, in a shorter period of time.
Brady says this means we will continue to see storms like we saw in December and January that caused widespread inland flooding and damaged our coastal communities.
Based on the fact that we know the temperatures are going to continue to rise, it will continue. This is an extreme rainfall. So this just isn't, we might get our flowers watered more frequently. It's going to come, and it's going to come kind of heavy and hard and probably cause flooding and other things like that.
To view the full report, you can visit our website. In Augusta, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Maine lost 23 people last year due to illness and injuries related to their workplace. That is according to the Maine Department of Labor. This year's death toll is slightly above the roughly 20 work-related deaths recorded in 2022. Laura Fortman, who is the commissioner of the Maine Department of Labor, says this number also includes 3 of the 18 people killed during the Lewiston mass shooting. In a statement, Fortman said, quote, "We mourn each of the lives lost. We reflect on the impact their loss has on their families and communities, and we recommit ourselves to our duty to protect the workers of Maine. Safety is everyone's business, and everyone deserves to go home to their families at the end of the workday," end quote.
Just-in-time recreation in Lewiston is back open for the first time since the tragic shooting in October. The bowling alley was a fixture in the community before the mass shooting. Just-in-time recreation has been revamped now, and there are special tributes there, including 18 pins in honor of the 18 lives lost on October 25th. Governor Mills spoke at the reopening ceremony today.
With this opening, they reaffirmed their love and support for Lewiston, for the victims and their families, and for this precious place we call home.
The phrase "Lewiston Strong" can be seen all over ads and the lanes.
Northern Light Health will be closing its clinic in Southwest Harbor, and that news comes as a shock to some local patients who say they've gone to that facility for their entire lives. Our David Ledford has more.
I'm a bit disappointed because I've been going to the medical center here in Southwest Harbor since I was 4 years old.
This is going to be a hardship for the Southwest Harbor community.
That was a surprise for me.
Northern Light Maine Coast Hospital is relocating and combining its Southwest Harbor clinic with its larger primary care practice in Ellsworth. In a statement, a Northern Light spokesperson cited several reasons for the closure, saying in part, quote, "Because of continued staffing challenges and the high cost of facility maintenance and improvements, combining our current Southwest Harbor services with Ellsworth makes the most sense," end quote. However, area resident Jeffrey Porter says he's concerned the closing of the facility will make it more difficult for locals to visit with their primary care providers.
Can you imagine what's going to happen if my guys have to go to the doctors and they got to go to Ellsworth, or I go in the summertime? You might as well call it a whole day. And I'm not going to get back until after it closed. Look at what happens. The traffic can't get on or off this island in summer.
And as an amputee, he says he's worried about making the drive himself.
When I started driving by myself after everything started healing, I had to pull over and wait if I drove by myself because my foot hurt so much.
A Northern Light Health representative says patients will be contacted to help transition their care, and all 9 staff employed in Southwest Harbor have been offered positions at the new location or elsewhere. Services and staff will officially be relocated to the facility on Resort Way in Ellsworth on August 30th. In Southwest Harbor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
There are roughly 100 illegal marijuana grows that have been identified and operating in Maine. That according to U.S. Attorney Darcy McElwee, who issued a statement earlier today. McElwee says the success of collaborative efforts with local law enforcement is evident since more than 40 operations have already been shut down and multiple arrests have been made over the last few months. She says the possibility that organized criminal enterprises with alleged ties to China are using Maine properties to profit from unlicensed marijuana operations is clear, and there's a need for a strong, sustained federal, state, and local effort to shut down and investigate these operations. To date, McElwee says there is no evidence of illegal immigration or human trafficking associated with the illicit marijuana growing operations.
Well, switching gears now, there was some friendly competition at Pirates Cove Mini Golf in Bar Harbor today, and it was all for a great cause. Over 25 teams of 4 got together to raise money for the Luke Gross Memorial Fund. Hancock County Sheriff's Deputy Luke Gross was killed in the line of duty while responding to a car crash in September of 2021. His family, which includes law enforcement from all over Hancock County, says this is a way to keep Deputy Gross's legacy alive. And for his wife, she says it's a way to pay it forward for all that the Hancock County community has done for her and her family since that tragic day. So far, the fund has given out around $20,000, and the big benefactor from this event will be Hancock Grammar School. They are currently raising money to build a new playground. Tonight's event included a barbecue with 36 holes of mini golf, along with the Darlings ice cream truck.
A great way to honor Deputy Gross's legacy. Meanwhile, a Bangor-based National Guard member recently received federal recognition for her work in Montenegro. According to the National Guard Bureau, on April 24th, Major Carolyn Richley was named the National Guard's Bilateral Affairs Officer of the Year. Bilateral Affairs officers are responsible for working with partner nations to help ensure the security of in-country events are properly managed and executed. The U.S. Ambassador to Montenegro, Judy Ranke, commended Major Richley by saying, quote, Major Richley is an outstanding representative of the Maine National Guard and embodies the principles of partnership and excellence, which are the basis of the highly successful Maine-Montenegro State Partnership Program, end quote.
Well, a big day on UMaine's campus today as students packed their bags and either prepared to leave for the summer, others donning caps and gowns for tonight's graduation. Our Doug Banks was there.
It's been a long ride, but I'm glad it's almost over. Also really sad to see it go.
Many students on the University of Maine's campus on Friday expressed conflicting emotions like this.
It's really stressful getting towards the end of it. So getting back down home and seeing the family and everybody is going to be really incredible.
Underclassmen at Hart Hall packed their bags and left their home away from home.
I think I'm gonna miss most just the people.
Others put the finishing touches on an important chapter in their life. Friends embraced for photos all around campus and even waited for their name to scroll up on the Morse Field screen.
It's nice to get together with your friends and do a nice big photo shoot, and it's like your last hurrah.
UMaine's Vice President of Student Life describes this day as bittersweet and complicated.
You wouldn't believe the stories to be told. A lot of excitement, a lot of trepidation, a lot of emotion, but really, I just think just a wonderful time in life.
Students on Friday reminisced about how far they've come while looking towards the horizon and how far they'll go. And as one chapter ends on Friday, their next one begins anew.
It's daunting, to think about, but I mean, that's what I've been working for, so I think I'm prepared for it, but I guess we'll see.
In Orono, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, our hats off to all of the graduates for their accomplishments and best of luck as they put that best foot forward into the future.
Absolutely. Yeah. So much to be proud of for all of those students.
Absolutely. Alrighty, folks. Well, let's go ahead and hit pause here. We'll peek outside and get a first check of our forecast.
Thank you so much. Our first weather tonight is brought to you by Downey's Trailer Service in Ellsworth, offering parts, sales, and full-service repair on all trailers. Your local load rights authorized dealer. Stop by or call us today, 207-813-0007. And a good-looking day out there. Temperature-wise, though, we were in the 60s and just a few passing clouds here and there. Overall, though, a really good and warm-looking day. No rain anytime soon, but maybe by Sunday, a little little bit more rolling on in. Look at these high temperatures, 66 degrees here in town. Even the coast got a taste of some spring-like weather. We didn't have that breeze right off the ocean, which kept things a little bit warmer. Now, our hour-by-hour forecast is showing decreasing clouds. Temperature-wise, though, we're going to be back in those low to mid-40s.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so a pretty calm overnight for us.
We'll take it.
Yep, and still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, residents in one southern Maine school district will decide whether to fund a major school project.
And our Devin Dagnall caught up with a local social media sensation. You may recognize her. Those stories and more local news when we come back.
When is my allergy spray gonna kick in?
You need Astapro.
Astapro?
It's faster, bro. 8 times faster than Flonase.
It's faster, bro.
It's faster, bro! It's faster, bro. It's mom to you.
Astapro starts working in 30 minutes. Astapro and go.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home, chances are you have a lot of questions. Norm Prouty has answers. Learn some tips and tricks and explore some beautiful new homes on the market. The Norm Prouty and Donnell Baker Real Estate Show, Sunday mornings at 8:30 on Fox 22.
Family owned and operating in the Bangor area for more than 10 years. Crosby's Welding is here to help you. We specialize in steel, stainless steel, and aluminum welding and fabrication. We serve many of the local industries from Maine lobstermen to the commercial trucking industry and everything in between. Fully mobile on-site construction services right down to custom signs and fire pits. Fast, friendly, reliable service. Give us a call today for a free estimate, 974-7815.
Come bowl a few games here at Bangor Brewer Bowling Lanes. We're one of the only candlepin bowling alley centers in Maine, conveniently located in the heart of Brewer. You always have the opportunity to simply bowl for fun. However, you can also join a league. We have youth leagues, adult and senior leagues. Now don't forget, we also host birthday parties for under $100, and gift certificates are also available. Give us a call right away at 989-3798 to make reservations for your birthday party today.
From the land to the sea, Chase's Family Restaurant is the place to be.
Are you looking for a place to unwind after a long day?
Then come check out our Hideaway Lounge.
With a bar that's both upbeat and laid back. And it's the perfect atmosphere for anyone who wants to unwind after work.
Or kick it up for the weekends with daily drink specials and a full dinner menu.
You can fill up on a good time any night of the week.
Thank you for being a part of our family.
Here at Chase's Family Restaurant.
The Houston Roughnecks take on A.J. McCarron and the St. Louis Bounty. Touchdown! The United Football League, Saturday 3 Eastern on Fox.
I'm back for an all-new season of Beat Shazam.
Yeah, and I'm back too.
It's Jamie's highly anticipated return to television.
It is season 7. Come on. Our contestants have won over $10 million.
Yes! An all-new season of Beat Shazam premieres May 28th on Fox.
Welcome back. North Yarmouth and Cumberland residents will soon decide whether to put $53 million into a school project. It's the second time in 2 years this has gone to voters, though plans are vastly different now. As Mal Meyer explains, one key issue still remains.
MSAD 51 is one of many Maine districts that use modular classrooms, but it's getting costly.
We have been continuously for the last 8 or 9 years spending money not only from the operating budget but also from capital reserves to set up modulars.
In a letter to the community Thursday, Superintendent Jeff Porter said the district currently has 29 temporary classrooms, housing a third of all pre-K through 8th grade students. Just this school year, they've spent more than $500,000 on those lease payments.
Putting water, putting electricity, all that stuff that we need to get done. So we've spent so much money doing that for so long.
The price and how many students have to use these is only expected to go up over time. That's why some in the community argue a new elementary school on the Greeley High School campus is needed.
We need to do something with the schools. We need more buildings.
Eric Johnson had 2 kids go through the district. He says they benefited from the decisions of others before his family moved to the area.
So I'm supporting spending more money now to make things great for the next generation of kids.
We need the school. Bruce Sherwin says he would support this referendum, but it includes $2.5 million for a turf field, according to the district's website.
I'm not against turf. I'm against paying for it right now.
we got a lot of bills to pay here in town.
The district says it can be used year-round, can be used by sports and classes, among other benefits.
That's quite a controversial item.
This issue will head to voters on June 11th.
And staying to our south, Kennebunk High School is getting some national recognition. The Special Olympics of North America is recognizing the school as a, quote, unified champion school, just one of 5 in the state. The school had to meet 10 standards of excellence, including unified sports, where students with and without disabilities play together. The school says it took more than just students and staff to earn that designation.
The community is really involved. I see a lot of community members here as well. It really is an effort of everybody together, and you really can't make this happen in one year either. So it shows that Kennebunk's really been working towards this for quite a few years.
Switching gears now, Tatum from the Tatum Talk social media pages had taken the world by storm when we first featured him on our airwaves about a year ago. Now he and his parents are receiving an award for their videos. Our Devin Dagnall tells us all about Tatum's story in this week's Destination Devin.
Well, first off, I just want to say thank you for meeting with me. I know this is a very big award for you.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, I'm really excited, except for I have to stay in my house and my parents get to go to New York City, but it's fine.
If you've been on social media over the past few years, you've probably run into this lovable pup's page, Tatum Talks. Very recently, this lucky dog won a Webby, an international award that honors online excellence across multiple genres and platforms. Think of it like the internet's Oscars. This year, Tatum's page won the People's Voice Award for animals.
I was like, wow, this is really cool. He's nominated for a Webby. That's a really big deal. And then all the news started reporting about how Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are battling it out for their Webbies. And I was thinking to myself, wow, people get Webbies that are kind of a big deal in media at the moment.
Tatum's rise to fame started back in 2019 when his dad, Charles Lever, posted a clip of Tatum jumping around paired with his signature voice.
Hi, Mom. I miss you all day. Hi.
But it wasn't always dress up and pool noodles for Tatum. Before his adoption, Tatum was a true underdog, set to be euthanized at a kill shelter.
They score them from 1 to 10 on how likely they are to survive, and he was a 1. He was severely emaciated, his tail's broken, and only wags in one direction, so he had a pretty rough start.
Luckily, on the day he was scheduled to be put down, Tatum was rescued by the Pixel Fund and later adopted by his loving parents.
We love him to death. We spoil him rotten. He's kind of the center of our whole world at this point.
With millions of social media followers across multiple platforms, Tatum and his family have become ambassadors of the animal adoption community, showing just what can happen when you adopt instead of shop.
Tatum, is there anything you want people to know about rescues?
Yeah, they're the best, actually. They're actually better than anything else ever in the world.
In Bangor, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Tatum, we tend to agree.
Yeah, we absolutely do. It's so great to see him again on our program.
Yeah.
And, just checking in a year later, and he's, he's blown up.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
all over the place.
Full-fledged celebrity.
Yeah.
Love it.
Love to see that, and really cool to learn about his story, and, just hoping that other dogs in his situation can
find the same kind of outcome.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, we'll be taking a look at the latest updates from the Israel-Hamas war.
And we'll head back to the courtroom to bring you the latest on Trump's hush money trial. Those stories and more when we come back.
For years, I've been inviting you to do business with Down East Toyota. Now let's hear from a customer.
I bought my first Toyota at Down East 24 years ago. 12 Toyotas later, I don't need to go anywhere else. For my family or delivering my coffee to customers, Toyota's my choice. From the service department and mechanics to the sales team and the ownership, I couldn't ask for anything more from Down East.
Thank you. We hope you'll soon discover that all roads lead to Down East on Wilson Street in Brewer.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Jim Small Engine, Snows Corner Road, Arlington brings years of experience and a large parts inventory to make your engine as good as new. Lawnmowers, chainsaws, rototillers, wood splitters, generators, blowers, trimmers, and power washers will leave Jim Small Engines fully repaired, shiny clean, and ready to go. Jim Small Engines is an authorized dealer for these top brands and sells a wide array of used engines as well as new and used parts and accessories. Call Jim Small Engines at 825-3527. Check their website and like them on Facebook.
Welcome to 207 Wellness, where transformation begins from within. Embark on a journey of self-betterment with our comprehensive services from weight management to IV hydration, vitamin supplementation, and neurotoxin injections. 207 Wellness is here to support your wellness goals. Take the first step toward a healthier, happier you, rejuvenate your body, refresh your mind, and reclaim your vitality with 207 Wellness. Transform your wellness, transform your life. Give us a call today.
Thousands of kids like Grayson and Elliot receive care at Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center each year. You can help them by supporting the Summer Classic for Maine Kids. This golf tournament will help kids receive care at Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center by raising funds to ensure that health care is available today, tomorrow, and in the years ahead. Every dollar raised helps kids get back to the business of being kids. For more information about the tournament and how to register, please visit northernlight.org/forkids.
If you've been injured, call Joe, the law offices of Joe Bornstein.
Egyptian officials say Hamas will send a delegation to the country on Saturday as ceasefire talks appear to be making progress. It comes as Israel issues a new warning, though, about its planned invasion into the city of Rafah. Fox's Alex Hogan has more.
Israeli officials are reportedly giving Hamas 1 week to agree to a ceasefire deal, or they will begin a military operation in the southern Gaza city of Rafah. The Wall Street Journal citing Egyptian officials who say while Hamas's top leader in Gaza has not responded to the proposal, the militant group is seeking a long-term ceasefire and U.S. guarantees that Israel will respect the agreement.
He believes the wind is at his back. He's got growing international condemnation of Israel. What he wants to do is survive with his leaders and survive with enough of the Hamas fighters so he can rebuild his organization.
This week, the Biden administration ramped up pressure on Hamas to reach a deal. It comes as Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin says the U.S. must see an Israeli plan to protect civilians in Rafah before it could support an invasion.
They've not yet moved the civilians out of the battle space. Before anything happens, we certainly want to see them address that threat to the civilians.
The latest ceasefire proposal would reportedly see as many as 33 Israeli hostages released in exchange for potentially hundreds of Palestinian prisoners. Israel says militants still hold around 100 hostages. On Thursday, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu promised to bring them all home.
We are making great efforts. We are determined to return everyone, the ones who are alive as well as the ones who are dead.
Hamas says it is sending negotiators to Egypt to continue the talks. In London, Alex Hogan, Fox News.
An update from the CDC on the bird flu. Fox's Madeline Rivera has the latest.
A warning for dairy workers from the CDC Friday. With bird flu cases on the rise, primarily spreading from cow to cow, those working on dairy farms, including farmers, workers, and emergency responders, are urged to continue wearing protective gear to avoid infection. The update comes after a recent case was published in the New England Journal of Medicine, detailing what's believed to be the first bird flu case involving transmission of bird flu from a mammal to a person. The Texas man, a dairy worker, was infected in March and later developed an eye infection known as conjunctivitis.
The virus is coming from birds to cow. And in the U.S., it is still under investigation.
The World Health Organization, monitoring the latest outbreak, says investigators don't yet know if cases are coming from a single entry point or multiple entry points, but have concluded the disease does come from birds. But as birds migrate, they travel around the world with the potential of carrying the virus. Still, infection in humans is rare. The dairy workers case represents just the second known infection in the United States to date.
But again, for most people, if you're not exposed to these animals, the risk is very, very low.
But with the virus already known to have spread to a variety of mammal species, health officials are voicing concerns that widespread exposure in people could cause the virus to spread more easily and potentially spark a global pandemic. And with the bird flu primarily infecting cows, the FDA says it is regularly testing hundreds of milk products and formulas. So far, none have been found to pose a health risk. In Washington, Mather Rivera, Fox News.
And now to the latest in the hush money Trump trial, or former President Trump trial. A former top aide, Hope Hicks, was asked about some key events during his 2016 campaign on the stand today. Fox's Connor Hansen has more from New York.
I was very interested in what took place today.
Former President Trump sat through another day of testimony, prosecutors trying to prove he falsified business records to help his 2016 campaign. His campaign secretary, Hope Hicks, took the stand. She met with Trump every day. She was questioned about the release of that infamous Access Hollywood tape.
Well, the prosecution really wants that tape to be played, and the judge has repeatedly told them no at this point, saying it would be very prejudicial to Donald Trump. In plain man speak, that means unfair.
The judge did not allow that tape to be played in court. Hicks called it a, quote, damaging development and said she was, quote, a little stunned. She was also asked about her dealings with former Trump lawyer Michael Cohen in a Wall Street Journal article about Karen McDougal and her unpublished story bought by the National Enquirer. Her testimony comes a day after the jury heard a recorded conversation between Cohen and Trump on how to pay Stormy Daniels.
I need to open up a company for the transfer of all of that info regarding our friend David, so that I'm going to do that right away. I've actually come up and I've spoken to Alan Weisselberg about how to set the whole thing up with funding.
And so we really have a sense right now that Michael Cohen had this really remarkable sense of urgency to get this deal done, to pay the deal out.
Today, lawyers also questioned a forensic investigator who went through Michael Cohen's phones, as well as a paralegal in the DA's office who monitored all of Trump's social media posts. In New York, Connor Hansen, Fox News.
Job growth and wage increases cooled last month, calming concerns the economy may be overheating and reviving hopes the Fed could lower interest rates this fall. Fox Business's Edward Lawrence has more from Washington.
U.S. job growth slowed sharply in April, while the unemployment rate unexpectedly rose, a sign that high interest rates and inflation are starting to weigh on the labor market. The economy added 175,000 new jobs last month, fewer than March, and a 5-month low. The unemployment rate rose to 3.9%.
That job gain number is actually higher than the average in 2019. This is a solid report, and it's exactly, I think, what Wall Street and the Fed want to see, that inflation is coming down. The labor market is not the main source of inflation.
Some of the losses were in administration and support services, losing 22,700 jobs. Now, within that, temporary help services lost 16,400 jobs. Manufacturers added 8,000 jobs, but over the past 3 months, manufacturing lost 5,000 jobs. Meanwhile, the number of people working or looking for work remained about the same, while the wage growth was more subdued, with average hourly earnings rising less than expected. Month over month, wages increased 0.2%.
The most important number in this report was the lousy wage gain numbers. Now, I know Wall Street might like low wages, but you know what? Workers like high wages.
We always want to see workers getting more money in their pockets, right? Workers having more breathing room is fundamental to the president's vision of how we build an economy from the middle out and the bottom up.
The economy has now added back all the jobs lost in the pandemic and created just under 6 million jobs. In Washington, Edward Lawrence, Fox Business.
And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, thousands are being urged to leave their homes in Texas due to extreme weather conditions.
And in sports, Husson softball is on a program record 23-game winning streak, and they're looking for yet another conference championship. We'll have that story coming up.
Who will be crowned the top dog?
The Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show, sponsored by Purina Pro Plan, begins with the Masters Agility Championship May 12th on Fox.
Transform your surroundings with Paramount Paving, located in Bangor. They are your paving and seal coating experts. Whether it's residential maintenance to full commercial projects, Paramount Paving delivers quality that lasts. Book before June 1st and enjoy a $250 Visa gift card upon completion of your next paving project. Call us today at 602-8931 or visit us at ParamountPavingLLC.com. Paramount Paving, setting the standard for excellence. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
Breathing Claritin Clear is like...
Is he?
Claritin Clear? Yeah. Fast relief of your worst allergy symptoms, like nasal congestion. Live Claritin Clear.
Higher shipping rates may be the cost of doing business, but at what cost?
Turn shipping to your advantage with low-cost ground shipping from the United States Postal Service.
Refine, your local expert in window and door installation, carpentry repairs, and commercial facilities management. At Refine, we're proud to offer Maine-made Paradigm windows crafted with care and precision to ensure quality and durability like no other. From quaint cottages to bustling businesses, let us refine your space with our signature Maine-made touch. Trust Refine to exceed your expectations every time. Contact us today and let Maine craftsmanship elevate your home or business. Rise with Refine.
I got hurt in a car accident. Give me one good reason why I should call the Twos.
How about 3 great reasons you should call us? 1, we make it easy. You can hire us right from your phone and you never have to leave your house. 2, it's fast. Read the result. Just listen to this.
Lowry and Associates got me $195,000.
Call the Twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
Hey, Red Sox fans, you've got to play You Pick'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Local weekly winners receive prizes from Chase's Family Restaurant and Hideaway Lounge or from Chick-fil-A. Register now at foxbangor.com. You Pick'em Red Sox is sponsored by Blind Faith Tattoo, Bangor, K&M Auto, Holden, Old Town Redemption Center, and Twin City Tile Brewer.
Flash flooding across the southern U.S. is prompting evacuations for thousands of people. In Texas, several rivers are expected to rise through Friday. Fox's Nicole Valdez has more.
Heavy rain and thunderstorms once again pummeling parts of the South on Friday. This system adding even more water to rising rivers across southeast Texas, a place where emergency officials are now comparing water levels to what was seen back in 2017 during Hurricane Harvey, a devastating Category 4 storm.
Street-side structures will have rooftop flooding. It means the water will be hitting power lines, which puts our emergency evacuation vehicles at risk because they're not going to be able to see those power lines.
Forecasters say parts of the region have already seen more than 7 inches of rain in just 24 hours. Dangerous flash floods have made roads impassable and prompted evacuations for thousands of people. Some say after Harvey, they're not taking any chances.
It kind of scared me, so don't want to have another issue like that again to where just, a lot of trauma there.
A number of communities remain under flood watches through Friday, including Harris County, where Houston, Texas is. Officials there say the San Jacinto River has already reached 70 feet this week and could rise by another 8. Shelters now being opened for anyone who's been displaced.
We can't get to our home at all. Our house is 6 feet under.
And Texas Governor Greg Abbott has issued a disaster declaration for nearly 90 counties either already dealing with or at risk of this severe flooding. In Nashville, I'm Nicole Valdez, Fox Weather.
More Americans are turning to weight loss drugs in an effort to shed some extra pounds. But physicians are speaking out about the side effects of these medications and what happens when you stop taking them. Fox's Chanley Painter has more.
More and more people are taking a jab at using injectable medicines to combat obesity. The company behind the popular weight loss drug Wegovy revealing at least 25,000 people in the U.S. are starting to take the medicine every week. Wegovy is just one of the options for people looking to shed pounds. These types of drugs imitate brain and gut hormones in the body to regulate people's appetite and help them feel full. But physicians say the shots alone won't solve everyone's problems with food.
The drugs are really designed to be used as part of a very, very, very comprehensive and personalized treatment plan that also includes dietary strategy, physical activity, and behavioral modification.
Dr. Catherine Saunders says obesity is a chronic disease that needs to be treated long term. But a study in the journal Obesity reports less than half of patients who filled a Wegovy prescription in 2021 or in 2022 were still taking the drug a year later.
When people stop an anti-obesity medication, we expect that their weight goes back up.
Some patients on weight loss drugs report side effects including nausea and constipation, but other factors are influencing people to stop the shots.
I would say two of the biggest reasons right now are cost, and two is supply.
Going cold turkey or taking these medications a little bit at a time can cause some patients to start having intrusive thoughts about food and other obesity symptoms. Meanwhile, data from health tech company IQVIA finds more than 3 million prescriptions for new weight loss medications are given out every month in the U.S. I'm Chanley Painter, Fox News.
Well, it's important to ask, when was the last time you thought about your mental health? It's a question that we're focusing on this month as it is Mental Health Awareness Month. Fox's Chris DeMeo takes a closer look at what you and your family can do to promote wellness, plus how social media could be impacting your happiness.
With May marking National Mental Health Awareness Month, psychologists say it's okay not to be okay, encouraging people to reduce the stigmas surrounding mental health disorders and seek help.
We all have anger. We all have stress.
The National Institute of Mental Health estimates more than 1 in 5 adults are living with a mental illness. This, as data from the National Alliance on Mental Illness reveals, 1 in 6 kids ages 6 to 17 experience a mental health disorder every year.
The self-confidence that we can handle difficult situations is something that if we can teach kids and have these experiences for children that they get through difficult times, then as adults, when you're faced with difficult times, you're more likely to be able to cope with it.
Because kids can have a harder time putting their feelings into words.
Taking the amount of time that maybe you spend on social media and applying it to talking to your child can be really helpful.
Meanwhile, a growing number of psychologists recommend parents talk to their kids about how the media they consume can negatively impact their minds.
There's a lot of research that shows that engaging with appearance-focused content is worse for us. So if it's very appearance-focused, body-focused, etc., those tend to be worse for mental health.
Experts also warn levels of mental health issues like eating disorders and body dysmorphia could worsen as artificial intelligence and filters become more integrated into social media platforms.
The average person can generate images of themselves or use these AI generators to modify how they look, and they don't have to disclose that. And I think it's really going to be tough to navigate because it's inherently really unattainable, right?
Chris DeMeo, Fox News.
That's good. Right. I think that mental health is being talked about so much more.
It is.
But there are also all these new factors that are impacting our mental health too. So, it's a bit of a double-edged sword, but it is a good thing that it seems like people across the country are putting a bigger emphasis on it.
Well, and I think we're going to see the dialogue continue to progress, particularly with pertaining to the impact of social media, especially with young people. Mm-hmm. The data that's come out about that so far has certainly not been positive.
Yeah.
And I think that we're going to find out more as we proceed.
Absolutely.
All right.
Well, stay tuned because our full forecast is coming right up next.
Wow, what a warm looking day out there today. Finally, some above average temperatures all over the area. Even by the coast, we saw some 60s. I am tracking even warmer air rolling on in. When and how warm is it going to get? I'll have the answers coming up.
Fires, floods, burst pipes. Disasters happen, but the mess they leave behind doesn't have to last. For 40 years, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration has been there to help Mainers get back to the closest to normal as they can. When your property is at its worst, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration is at their best, and they have been for 4 decades. Put your trust in the Bouchard team. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest.
At Hood, our love for New England inspired New England Creamery. We make it with premium Hood milk and cream, then we overload it with the good stuff. Like Green Mountain Mint chip with a rich fudgy swirl. Maine Sweet Blueberry with real delicious blueberries. And Cape Cod Fudge Shop, packed with fudgy truffles. Hood's New England Creamery. From Hood, for New England. Try all 10 flavors.
Do you have a wet basement, nasty crawl space, settling foundation, sinking concrete, or clogged gutters? I'm Tony Hafford with TC Hafford Basement Systems, all things basement-y. For over 30 years, thousands of homeowners throughout Maine and southeastern New Hampshire have trusted TC Hafford. Basement waterproofing, crawl space repair, stabilizing foundations, concrete leveling, and gutter installation. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems for all things basement-y.
Who has the best kept secret in Penobscot County?
We do!
Welcome to Maple Lane Farms, a fifth-generation family farm that's committed to providing you with the best quality products. Our farm-raised local and sustainable meat is flash frozen to lock in the freshness and natural flavors. Experience the top-notch quality of our meat that's naturally raised without any antibiotics or hormones. Get the best of both worlds, quality and affordability. Try Maple Lane Farms today, the candy store for the carnivore.
Buckle up, big boy.
It's Team Lisa versus Team Gordon.
She can Vanderpump off.
We're done.
Food Stars premieres Wednesday, May 22nd on Fox.
Welcome back, folks. It's Friday. Let's go. The weekend's around the corner. Our main weather tonight is brought to you by Varney Ford. Varney Ford in Newport gives one full year maintenance on every new and used vehicle they sell. Come see their huge selection of cars and trucks, the nice car and truck people, and a really nice looking day out there. 66 degrees. That's what we saw as a high temperature here in town. Slightly cooler up north, Millinocket area, 64. Look at the coast, though. See these temperatures? Some lower 60s finally all over the coast, Rockland, Bar Harbor, into Machias. You finally did it, right? 60s, we're back in the region. Now, for tomorrow, close to average once again. A little bit cooler by Sunday, and then whoop, right back up near 70 Monday into Tuesday, just ahead of some cooler air rolling in once again by middle of next week. Still not bad, though, but upper 50s, maybe some mid 50s in some spots. Now, the water temperatures are cooler than that. We're talking mid 40s outside. A buoy is showing some upper 40s right off the coast of Portland, but overall, do we see these darker blue colors? That really does indicate those low even to mid 40s as water temperatures, so still some really chilly water temps. No worries though, we're going to continue to warm up the next several weeks. Now, our winds, not bad, right? We did see a light breeze earlier this morning, and now that is continuing. 8 miles an hour in Rockland, 5 in Bar Harbor, 9 here in town, 3 in Waterville, and look at Greenville and Millinocket area pretty much at 0. So very calm wind, and Machias, just a light breeze at 8 miles per hour. That will be likely to continue throughout these overnight hours and then into the day tomorrow once again. And look at all this rain, all that precipitation down south, stretching from Atlanta all the way up into Canada. So once again, another round of rain into Texas, especially some severe weather. They are catching up. 55 tornadoes so far this season. They're tied with Iowa at 55 tornadoes so far this season, but I do think they're going to surpass that within the next 24 to 36 hours. Now for us though, nothing severe. We're going to stay in the clear by Sunday though, and not quite the nicest weather. We will see those increasing clouds, more chances of rain showers rolling in. Look at that rain. A good amount of rain might be back into the region. Some light to moderate rain is possible by those evening hours on Sunday. Now rainfall wise though, in general, I think this might be slightly underdoing it. We're talking possibly around a quarter of an inch of rain, maybe around half an inch with this line right here. I do think it's going to be a little bit more widespread and more rain is on the way. Now for tonight though, upper 30s, decreasing clouds and a light breeze. For tomorrow though, another good looking day. Temperatures in those lower 60s under a partly cloudy sky. Our extended forecast outlook does show nice looking day out there for Sunday. Monday, more chances of rain, and beautiful outside for Tuesday.
Alrighty, Conrad, thank you.
All right, and sports is coming right up next. Stay with us.
Comfy,
cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Introducing Tailwaggers Mobile Pet Grooming. We bring the salon to your doorstep. With Tailwaggers, your furry friend receives top-notch care and attention from baths, haircuts, and nail trimming. We do it all. Say goodbye to stressful trips to the groomer. Tailwaggers makes grooming a breeze. Tailwaggers Mobile Pet Grooming, where convenience meets quality. Book your appointment today because your pet deserves the best.
HCM is a serious heart condition affecting as many as 1 in 200 people. Like me.
And me. I was still short of breath on my beta blocker.
So I talked to my cardiologist.
And asked about treatment advances in HCM.
That talk made a real difference.
It gave me new hope.
Talk to your cardiologist today. Visit hcmrealtalk.com to learn more.
Come bowl a few games here at Bangor Brewer Bowling Lanes. We're one of the only candlepin bowling alley centers in Maine, conveniently located in the heart of Brewer. You always have the opportunity to simply bowl for fun. However, you can also join a league. We have youth leagues, adult and senior leagues. Now don't forget, we also host birthday parties for under $100, and gift certificates are also available. Give us a call right away at 989-3798 to make reservations for your birthday party today.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by Triumph Professional Cleaning Services, providing outstanding commercial cleaning services to Eastern and Central Maine. Triumph Professional Cleaning, creating an environment of cleanliness.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Let's begin on the diamond over at Husson. The Eagles softball team is wrapping up yet another dominant season this weekend ahead of next week's NAC tournament. How dominant? With their win over Bates on Thursday night, the Eagles have now won a program record 23 consecutive games. The team has not lost since March 7th. They only lost 3 seniors from last season and have gotten a lot of contributions from their younger players, and overall, they say they are playing loose and the roster is deep, 2 things that have been huge on the win streak.
Out of all the teams I've been on for Husson, this is the most versatile. It's situational, when there's runners on, we're able to execute and get that done. But all around, at any point in time, Coach Rick can put someone in and we can trust everyone to get the job done.
There's 25 of us, anybody can go in any position and again, go in when we need them. I think no matter what role people are in, they're always stepping up. Even if we're just cheering in the dugout, that's the biggest thing we can do. And if that's what the team needs, that's what the team needs.
With 2 doubleheaders this weekend, Husson has a chance to extend that winning streak to 27 games before they head into the playoffs. And when you've won that many in a row, it may be a little hard to keep focused, especially when you're rolling like they are. But the Eagles don't have that problem one bit.
We're never looking ahead. We can. It's very easy to, but we never do. After a game, we're always thinking about the next opponent. Same thing at practice. We focus on the team that we're playing next. We don't really look past that.
So after every other game, Coach Rick goes, who do we focus on now? And we say the next person that's up. So I think we've done a really good job this year just focusing on one game at a time, or even 1 minute at a time, or 1 inning at a time.
All right, let's go to the ice now. Not a good showing for the Bruins last night, falling 2-0 in Game 6 with another chance to eliminate the Toronto Maple Leafs. Game 7 will be on Saturday on ABC at 8 p.m. and only on ABC. So last night, much like the Celtics with Mike Gorman, was Nesson's last call of the year and the last call for Jack Edwards after a 19-year career with the Bruins. Here was the final call with Edwards and Andrew Brickley.
And it's been a joyride for 19 years, and this is my goodbye.
I had 4 brothers, but now I have 5.
So long, everybody. Long live the Boston Bruins.
A lot of good memories listening to Jack. Staying with the Bruins now, it was just over 30 years ago when Jim Montgomery helped lead Maine hockey to a national championship, and now he's hoping to do the same with Boston. But before Monty was coaching pro hockey, he was at the college level where he was on the same staff as current Maine coach Ben Barr. Back in 2007, Barr and Montgomery were assistant coaches for the RPI Engineers. Just a few years removed from his playing days, a young Ben Barr was on staff as a volunteer assistant coach at the time. Since then, the two have been good friends, and Barr says it is awesome watching his former colleague lead the Bees through the playoffs.
It's always fun watching Monty. He's one of those guys that always just he gets the most out of his team wherever he is, whether it's junior hockey, college hockey, pro hockey. It's pretty incredible. And he loves this place, which is really cool because he's always talking about it. And obviously my relationship with him is cool as well. But it's fun. It just makes it more interesting to turn the TV on, especially in the playoffs, and see him, former Black Bear, out there. And obviously he's a friend too, but there's just so many connections, and he's an incredible coach.
All right, awesome stuff there. Let's go to Mansfield Stadium now for a huge crossover high school baseball matchup. Class A's Bangor hosting Class B powerhouse, the Ellsworth Eagles. This game lived up to the hype. It was still going after the sunset started at 4:30. Bottom six is where we'll pick it up. It is tied at 3. Bangor's Teddy Stevenson with a base hit into right. Jack Shook will score from third. Rams now lead it 4-3. Top 7, we are tied again. Ellsworth's Dawson Curtis rolls this one past the shortstop. Luke Horn scores. Now the Eagles lead 5-4. To the bottom of the 7th we go. Rams have cut the lead to 1, and Shook with Ethan Sproul on third. Skies it to center. Play is made. Sproul scores on the sac fly. That ties the game at 7. It goes to extras. Ellsworth wins 9-7 in 11. And for some other scores from around the area, Mount View beats Orono in high school baseball 5-2. Messalonsky over Bangor in girls lacrosse 18-3. Mount Blue beats Hamden in boys lacrosse 7-3. And then a close one, Oceanside beats Camden Hills in softball 2-1. That is all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
We're lucky to live in Maine. We have a wealth of natural resources, hardworking people, and time for the things that matter. Mechanical Services is all about Maine, with energy efficiency that protects our environment and helps businesses grow. Preventive maintenance and energy solutions that save money. How Maine is that? Mechanical Services. We're everywhere you are in Maine.
Want to leave works all day so I can keep working my magic. Just want to leave. 12 hours of uninterrupted pain relief. Aleve, who do you take it for? And for fast topical pain relief, try Aleve X.
Hi, I'm Angelina Mucci.
And I'm Andy Mucci of Family Fun Bowling Center.
When we want to know the weather, we go to foxbangor.com.
Celebrating our 50th anniversary year, Family Fun Bowling Center has 20 lanes of 10-pin bowling at its best.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Great Scott! This is Green Bear 420 in 2010. What kind of trip is this? I gotta get back to 2023. Wait, it's 2015. So much has changed. In 2023, we had a lot more glass, t-shirts, and novelties. It's gonna take a bolt of lightning to get me home. Finally, home at last. Now Green Bear 420, Green Bear Green Care is bigger and better than ever. To be continued.
Tired of your internet service constantly letting you down? Those other providers may promise the world with their flashy advertisements, but are you truly having a good customer experience? Fear not, because there's a new player in town. Introducing GoNet Speed. No more endless hold times or automated responses. We're here to listen, support, and provide you with the exceptional service you deserve. Our fast, reliable fiber internet, it's mind-blowing. Let us show you what true internet satisfaction feels like.
Spherical objects to play the quiz with balls. Premieres Tuesday, May 28th on Fox.
Welcome back. Airbnb wants you to live like your favorite icon. The company introducing their Icon Experience packages, which allow users to spend time in some very exotic locations throughout the world. Airbnb rolling out the first locations on Wednesday, including a floating house from the animated Pixar movie Up, a recreation of Marvel Animation's X Mansion in Westchester County, New York, designed in the style of the 1997 X-Men, a chance to spend the night in the Ferrari Museum in Italy, and a stay in the Minneapolis home featured in the film classic Purple Rain. New experiences are set to be released throughout the year.
Well, a harrowing rescue out west. A small dog in Arizona was rescued from a mountain. This video shows a dog rescued from the side of Lookout Mountain. A Good Samaritan found the 2-year-old Shar-Pei in a small cutout about a half-mile up the trail. The dog was dangerously dehydrated with wounds on her paws. Humane Society workers carried her down the mountain. The hiker who found her said he only saw her because of her eyes, and thus she got her name, Bright Eyes. She's now receiving some much-needed care.
Glad to see she's doing okay. Meanwhile, here at home, 5th graders at Herman Middle School spent some time thinking about future career opportunities today. Students participated in the Junior Achievement Program, which is designed to spark interest in how the economy works and encourage students to think about their futures. The program was led by a team of volunteers who used games, simulations, and discussions to connect with students about workforce readiness.
It's not much longer before they are starting to deal with real-world issues, and we want them to know what those real-world issues might be. And ultimately, we want them to just explore the options that they have. We don't want them just to think that they're pinholed into one thing. We want them to recognize that there's quite a few things that they can do in life.
Because you need to know how you're gonna be an adult. You need to know how to get jobs and stuff like that.
The program also highlighted some other essential skills for any job, including communication, teamwork, and problem solving.
Well, Quirk Subaru stepped up for 2 local nonprofits. The dealership's annual Share the Love event raised $41,000 that came from a $250 donation per car sold. $23,500 was given to the Bangor Symphony Orchestra, $17,500 given to the Bangor Humane Society. Both organizations say it's donations like the ones they received today that help them do the work they do.
Well, ticket sales don't cover all of the costs that we have, so donations are a big part of any nonprofit.
All of our support comes from local donors, local businesses who support the mission of these local charities. Without that support, we would not be able to do our life-saving work.
Car buyers were allowed to choose which of the 2 nonprofits Quirk gave the charity money to. Very much needed donations that keep these organizations thriving in our community. And 2 of my favorite things in the world, music and animals. So, I mean, we're good.
Yeah. Covering all of the important bases there. But
yeah.
Always great to see businesses giving back.
Absolutely. Alrighty, folks, that's going to do it for us. Take care and good night.
Good night, everyone, and have a great weekend.